Hey yo, what the fuck is up, you stupid motherfuckers? It's your boy, Aceoxreacts, and today I'm back with another reaction. This time I'm going to react to 4 things that completely changed how I view Germany by, hold on a second, I gotta scroll down, by James Bray. Yeah. I've seen a couple of his videos and, you know, since I'm German and I live in Germany and I was born and raised in Germany, I find it quite interesting to see, you know, foreigners' perspective on things, you know, we do here in Germany and stuff like that, you know? You know what I mean? Yeah, so I thought, you know what? Let's check out this video I haven't seen yet and see what 4 things completely changed how he views Germany. And if it's positive or negative, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, without further ado, actually, before we start, like always, you know, go into the video description and click the link to get to the original video. Leave a like, subscribe, and comment. Tell him he's great, he's awesome, and tell him a penis army backs you up. So if you I don't know, wanna fight some dude, then just call the penis army and then we're gonna pull out our penises to show, you know, our support for everyone we support, you know, everyone that's cool. Yeah. That's the penis army. That's the penis army way. Alright, so without further ado, let's start and see. Like I already said, you know, the 4 things. Let's check out what the 4 things are. Go!
But I was too afraid to pass anybody on the Autobahn. I felt like any slight move of me being in the left lane would have totaled the whole vehicle. I think that there are a few things this trip to Germany that I wound up realizing were massive culture shocks to me that I wasn't clocking before. And some of them I knew of and I had already experienced, but I didn't realize the gravity of how important some of those things are, right? And there are some mundane things, some of them are actually pretty big, and we'll get into the details. I'll start off with saying this trip was very insane. You guys know that I had a camper tour and whatnot, and
that's
didn't
cool.
go as planned, is what I'll say. It did not go as planned. However, I will say this, I learned a lot. And I got to drive for the first time in Germany. I drove
cool.
4 hours. And I know I should have driven longer, right? But I wasn't comfortable at first, and by the time I did get comfortable, it was the end of the trip, and I do have a lot to say about that. So let's get straight into it. 4 things that blew my mind coming to Germany that I didn't realize were or were not a thing. The very first thing.
Wrong, that's not the title. That's not the title, man. The title is 4 things that completely changed how I view Germany. Liar, 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 pants on fire, dick on fire. Don't lie to the penis army. Cause you don't wanna mess with the penis mans. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Alright,
talk about
tell
me.
me.
To do with your laws on killing wasps, right? Vespin. So I made a video on this years ago. I'd say about 3-4 years ago about how ridiculous it was to get arrested possibly for killing wasps in Germany. It didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, bro, like they're pests. You got to get rid of them. And it's not like they're all over the place. In some points of the year, they are literally everywhere and they follow you. They're very annoying. But something I noticed was Germany low-key has some of the friendliest wasps I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you don't swat, you know, try to swat them away, they basically leave you alone. You know, sometimes they just annoy you a little bit, fly around in front of your face and stuff like that, but quickly leave as if you just, you know, ignore them. But you know, I know that there are certain during certain seasons or something, there actually you're not allowed to, you know, disturb and kill and harm the wasps, but I'm pretty sure it only applies to certain areas, because I've never heard of a dude getting arrested, you know, for, I don't know, swatting and killing a wasp out in the wild. I think that's at least not a city thing. pretty sure. You know, I've always lived in a big city, so maybe I'm not that familiar with laws on the land or something. But nah, never heard of. I mean, we got some pretty weird, outdated laws, period. But usually lawmakers and police and stuff like that don't waste time and resources to try and pursue these old laws, you know, keeping all this shit in check or something. I don't know, but yeah, our wasps are nice as long as you don't fuck with them. That's the prerequisite. But aside from that, yeah, they're just annoying. They're annoying like flies and other stuff like that. Yeah. All right, let's continue. Let's see what he has to say about the wasps. You better glaze our wasps, or they're gonna come. They're gonna come hunting you down. I'm gonna come. Yeah.
Was waiting at train stations. I was waiting in parks. When I would walk through parks with my friends, when I would be at gas stations or Tankstellen and whatnot, there would be wasps there, but they just buzz around you. They don't really do anything. I mean, I know they're capable of biting you or maybe stinging you or whatever, but not once.
Hold on, what? What? Biting you? Excuse me, what? That's the first time I heard of something like that. I know they can sting you, you know, and unlike, you know, bees, if bees sting you, you know, that they rip out their own stinger and die if you're not careful. But wasps can, you know, they can shank you to death and still have an attached stinger. Jesus, that sentence was difficult to get out. I don't know why. But they don't bite you. No. I never heard of a wasp biting someone. I know that they sting and fly around and are annoying, but bite you? Like bite you? Like what? What the hell are we talking about, man? I'm pretty sure no. They just sting you. Don't spook the people. It's not cool, man. No, I'm worrying every time I see a wasp if it's gonna bite me or not. Like a rabid animal or something. Nah, thanks, man. You ruined my life, man. You ruined my life.
I mean, I've never been stung before also, but the thing is, these wasps are so tiny, they look like bumblebees, right?
Yeah.
It was weird to me. I'm like, huh? What? And the entire time I kept calling them bees, and everybody around me is like, no, those aren't bees, those are vespin, those are wasps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, huh? In Korea, you guys know I live out there, the wasps look like hornets. They're huge. They are huge. And I heard that their venom is so poisonous. Now, don't quote me on this, but it doesn't take very many stings for you to leave this world. You know what I mean? So when...
Yeah, I heard in Japan, I think there are like, what is it, killer wasps or something? Like really dangerous ones. I couldn't imagine, you know, encountering those. No. Compared to those, our wasps are actually just harmless. Harmless pests. Harmless, annoying, flying, looking like bees and stuff. Yeah. No, but you can usually tell the difference between a wasp and a bee in Germany. You know, bees are hairy and usually fat, and they have not that many stripes, I think. And the wasps are just like insects. You know, like not that hairy compared to the bee. Yeah. I know what I'm talking about. But I've been stung a couple of times as a child, and I mean it's not you know, a painless thing, but it's not that bad, honestly. It's just like, you know, just like basically like as if a bee stung you. Yeah, ours are nice. I really hope I'll never encounter one of the deadlier ones that are apparently living all around the globe. Like I said, like the killer ones in Japan, and as he mentioned, the hornets in Korea. Hell no, no. I never thought about that, but now I'm kind of spooked. So it's a good thing I'm checking out this video, because I've never thought about that, and I really should, because I wanna, you know, go visit pretty much as the majority of Asia throughout my life. You know, I wanna go on holiday and check out all the Asian parts, like Japan, Korea, maybe even China if they allow me in, Thailand, stuff like that, you know, and also parts of India and stuff, yeah. Now I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna be more careful. I'm gonna research, you know, the different, maybe more dangerous types of animals in each country before I visit that country. Cause I wouldn't have done it before, cause I wouldn't have, you know, I wouldn't have known that. I don't know. I thought wasps are nice everywhere, but now I'm questioning myself. I'm questioning myself because I'm a wasp. I'm a wasp, and apparently, us wasps aren't that nice everywhere, just here in Germany, so yeah. Bzz, bzz.
I look back at that law that was like, oh, don't kill the wasps, they're there to help the environment and whatnot. It made more sense, because I'm like, oh, these wasps don't really be bothering people like that. I mean, they do bother people as far as like following them around.
Yeah, they're annoying.
They crawl on them and stuff like that, but they really won't sting you or do anything unless you do something to them. You
exactly.
Know? They're very transactional from what I saw, because as long as I didn't swat them or anything, I'm chilling. But in Korea, if that wasp is having a bad day, you're having a bad day. You could just be in its flight path and it's wraps for you, you know? So I thought that was a little strange, because I didn't realize how significant that was. Even in America, the wasps are very hostile. But in Germany, they seem at peace to me. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments down below. That's just my experience. Next thing that I didn't realize
that's my experience too.
Like, as important as it normally.
You know, I've lived here. I was born here, raised here, still live here. Unfortunately, sometimes I just wanna, you know, see the world. That's what I mean by unfortunately. Please don't fucking kill me, other fellow Germans. But yeah, I can vouch for his experience, because it's also my experience with wasps in Germany. So yeah, ours are just they're like, I don't know, they're like children, you know. They're annoying but not really threatening or a threat, you know. They're just annoying. They fly around you, maybe sit on your glass of Coca-Cola and try to drink your goddamn drink, and buzz around your ears so you hear them. But that's about it. As long as you don't scream and try to swat them, they don't attack usually. So yeah, don't be afraid. German wasps don't fuck with you unless you fuck with them, usually. Yeah.
Was a fond, right? Now, obviously, we talked about fond like a bunch of times, right?
I fucking hate it, man.
Particularly on this camper tour, we all had cases and cases of water bottles and whatnot, and every single time I tried to throw it out, because it's different, right? The very first few times I flew to Germany, I was in the city. So whenever I was done finishing a water bottle or anything that had a fond logo on it, we set it outside of garbage cans. Well, we were on the road in these campers, so obviously you can't litter and throw them outside of the vehicle. We stored them, but when we got to rest stops and stuff, I'm like, oh, cool. Let's just like, you know, throw these away, throw these bottles away and stuff. And everybody would yell at me. They're like, no, save it for fun. These bottles are money. These bottles are money. And I'm like, what? I just want to keep.
Yeah. Let me quickly explain for everyone else. I think he's probably gonna explain it, but I'm gonna explain it myself, because I fucking hate this. I hate this shit. Because, you know, you pay a little bit extra every time you buy one that has fund on it. You know, the little logo, and that's recyclable. And it's like, I think for small it's 15 cents or something like that, and for big ones it's 25 cents. So you pay more for the bottles and stuff like that. And if you bring them back and put them in one of those machines that crushes them and scans them, you can get your money back. You know, the little bit of extra money you invested. You had to invest against your will when you bought the bottle. So yeah, don't throw them away. But usually I'm just too lazy, you know, to go into a store, a supermarket and stuff like that and give them back. So I end up basically with hundreds of bottles, and you don't, you know, that's why you put them on the trash can. So others who there are people, for example, a lot of old people, sadly, because the what's it called, the money you get when you retired, retirement money isn't a lot, unfortunately. So to try and get by, some old people have to, you know, resort to collecting those bottles so that they can bring them to a supermarket and get some money for it. That's why, by the way, why you put them usually on top of a trash can, so people don't have to, you know, go through the trash to pick up that bottle and bring it to a supermarket to get the money. Still, a lot of people do. Unfortunately, it's a thing, and for some reason, also some people really, some people do this shit like for free. You know, like they do that shit because it's quick money for them. I've met a couple of people, you know, who aren't in financial troubles or anything. They're actually pretty well off, but they still collect bottles and glass bottles and stuff like that and turn them in, cause money, free money, basically. I mean, yeah. But yeah. That's why you don't throw it away. I'm not sure if there's a law also about that prevents it, cause, you know, in Germany we have very strict rules when it comes to trash type separation and stuff like that. But nah, I can't think of a possible law that exists surrounding, you know, throwing away bottles with the logo on it. I don't know. But yeah, that's the whole fun stuff. So yeah, and he's probably gonna explain the same thing, but I just want, you know, I'm German. Let me explain it, man. And you can explain it too, but I want to explain my shit. Don't look at me like that, man.
Keep the camper clean. I want to keep the camper clean. We have like 15, 20 bottles rolling around the camper. Can we?
That's nothing. Like I said, I've got, after a couple of months, I pretty much have like, what, fucking 5 or 6 40-liter bags, you know, trash bags full of that shit, because I buy a lot of Coca-Cola. Sue me, bitch. Sue me. I can hear you judge me, everyone, and by that I mean everyone who's watching right now. You know, I can feel you judging me silently, full of anger. Fuck you. Nah, I'm gonna buy my Coca-Cola and die.
Put them somewhere that's not inside the camper. Can we put them? They're empty, by the way. Can we not hoard bottles? But then it was harped on that you need to save these bottles and stuff, because again, they're a lot of money, and you can help somebody out with that.
Quick thing, you know, if I bring back one 40-liter bag, I can usually buy groceries worth 20 to 30 bucks, just, you know, by bringing back a 40-liter bag full of bottles. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money you're throwing away. So yeah, don't throw it away. Just, you know, if you're gonna don't want to bring it back yourself, turn it yourself in, just put it on, you know, a trash can or somewhere where someone else can pick it up and turn it in for money, in exchange for money. Yeah. But it's trust me, it's a lot of money. Okay, maybe, you know, if you just get one little bottle per month, that's not, of course, it's not a lot of money, but it adds up. It adds up, and you're gonna regret it at some point. So just don't throw it away.
Of of my buddies on the trip actually wound up collecting most of those bottles, and he saved them so he could give them away to someone who actually needed them. And I didn't realize how significant that was. You do get a lot of bang for your buck for turning in each of those plastic bottles, or even the glass bottles that have the font sticker on it. And to me, I thought that it was something that was applied more in cities and less in like rural areas, or if you're on the road, because it's like, okay, we get that there's fun, but like, I'm still gonna throw this away. And I'm like, okay, cool. And that leads into another thing that that was a really big deal. At the end of the camper tour, we had to clean out the campers, and there was a lot of things we had to throw out. And oh my gosh, I thought calculus was hard. You guys' recycling system is diabolical, bro. Like diabolical.
Yeah, those laws are very strict, and you can get into pretty deep shit if you don't, you know, follow the rules and regulations surrounding the whole trash separation, recycling type of stuff. Yeah, I hate it, because sometimes you have some stuff, like, I don't know, of metal something, and you can't just throw it away. You gotta fucking dispose of it properly. Same with batteries and stuff like that. And so basically you just, you know, end up hoarding all that shit, so you can, you know, instead of waste money to organize, like what is it called? I don't know. I don't think there's an English word for that, but like Sperrmüll, that's what the German word is. So you can put all your furniture outside the house, and they come pick it up and dispose of it. And for batteries, you gotta go inside of a fucking supermarket, and not all of them take back, you know, batteries. So it's a fucking process. And then also you gotta separate, you know, paper from plastic and from the fucking biological stuff like food. Yeah, it's not easy. And even though I've lived here my entire life, I still sometimes don't know where to put what, because sometimes you end up with like a Pringles can, for example. There's paper on it, there's plastic on it, there's metal inside it. So where does it go? Where does it go? I still don't know. That's why I'm asking, man. But yeah, not even I, as a German, fucking understand that shit, because it's so complicated. But yeah, I can relate. He probably was confused as hell when they cleaned out the what was it, the van, the RV. Yeah, I can see it in front of my eyes. When I close my eyes, I can see it, see the anguish, see the suffering he had to endure. I've been there. You know, I've been there just a couple of days ago, because of, you know, I've been moving. I'm still moving. And yeah, that whole process thing showed me, you know, how difficult this whole recycling and separation thing of trash actually is, because it was difficult, man. It was really difficult.
Y'all have like 5 different bins to
Oh yeah. All right, hold on. We got okay. I see that you know, every state, every Bundesland handles things differently. We got in my state, we got 3 types. You know, the ones I mentioned, like the biological trash, the paper trash, and the plastic trash. Yeah, but also some others, you know, as you can see, separate these things. And it looks like there's even a glass container. We have glass containers, but not, you know, in front of our house, where usually the trash cans, those trash bins stand, but they're scattered all around. Sucks, cause if you want to throw away glass bottles, you gotta find a fucking glass container first. That's so fucking dumb, man. Yeah. And the colors for the trash bins in my area are green for paper, yellow for plastic, and black, I think. Black or brown, depends. It changes from household to household. Is the biological stuff, you know, like food. Like I said, the food, you throw away food and other stuff. It basically it's a mixed trash thing, where food goes and fucking wooden sticks, wooden chopsticks, stuff like that. Yeah.
to recycle things in, which is great. It just makes things a little bit more difficult because I'm like, oh,
not
man,
just a
like,
little
all
bit,
right,
man.
Is this cardboard box that had food in it supposed to go in the cardboard box bin? Is it supposed to go in the waste bin with where all the food related items are? I'm very confused. I don't know what goes where. And
I don't know either.
I felt like I was taking an exam and I needed to like copy off somebody's paper because I didn't know what the rules were. I mean, I've reacted to so many different like recycling videos that I should know at this point, right? But experiencing it is
nah, dude. Like I said, man, I was born here, I raised and still live here, and I still encounter issues where I'm like, where does it go? Where does it go, man? So it's not just you, you know, it's it's the majority of people here. We don't understand our own shit, man. I don't understand it, and I don't like it, man. I get it, yeah, recycling, yeehaw, that's good for the environment. But I don't care about the environment, to be honest. It's just, you know, I understand the plastic stuff, but why also the rest? It's just no.
different story. I know you guys are probably like, well, where were you throwing your trash the first like 4 other trips? You know what I mean? I mean, in very
good
easy
question.
to sort out garbage cans. The places that I threw my trash out initially, right, were cans that were clearly labeled, okay, boom, like this is general waste, general blah, blah, blah. And they were in public areas. So I'm like, okay, too easy. But in this, we wound up parking the camper, well, both of the campers at one of my friend's places in Berlin. And there were 5 different areas or 5 different types of cans. And I was like,
Jesus.
whoa, dude,
yeah,
this
that's
is
a lot.
insane. So in America, where it would have taken, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes to clear the van, toss everything out that we didn't need, it took like 3-4 hours trying to play the guessing
Unfortunately,
game with what went where. Yeah,
I can relate.
That. And then finally, right, my favorite, I can talk about this forever, driving in Germany. Oh my goodness. I did not want to drive in Germany for several reasons.
Why?
It's a new country to me, right?
Yeah,
I've never driven in Germany. I actually have never driven, I guess I've driven a little bit in Korea, but only on base, so that doesn't really count, you know? I didn't want to like, you know, mingle in the traffic and stuff like that and potentially bump into somebody or, you know, not understand certain signs because I wasn't familiar with the traffic signs in Germany like that.
Oh, okay,
there are a lot
that
of similar signs that we have in America that are just
could
universal
become an
signs
issue.
worldwide. But then there's other signs where I'm like, ooh, okay. Now,
what the hell is that?
First time ever touching the steering wheel of a vehicle was going from Berlin to Hamburg, which was almost 4 hours.
Yeah,
how slow I was driving. Now, for any of you watching this video, you would have gotten there in probably 2.5 hours. But it's me, so I basically had a hard time weaving through the city because I didn't want to hit anybody. I was waiting for the right time to turn. But let me tell y'all, there's so many different layers to this cake. Let me break down the first layer.
All right.
You guys' streets are too small. Okay, the roads are too
Hold on. No, don't drive on that. That doesn't look like a road. That's a street, you know. That's a no. It's a no. I mean, in some fucking Bundesländer, there are actually, you know, roads like that. It's weird to me because, you know, here it's just, if it's concrete, it's probably meant for cars and stuff. And if it has those, you know, stones, it's usually a sidewalk or something, or, you know, just a pedestrian street. Yeah, but no, don't drive there. If you drive down there and someone wants to drive up, you're fucked.
Thin, and driving a big vehicle like a camper, oh my gosh, I was afraid.
But I know a lot of people, you know, that have been driving cars their entire life, almost their entire life in Germany, and still avoid vans and stuff like that, driving vans, because it can, you know, the bigger the car, the more difficult it actually gets to get around. I don't know. I don't have a license yet, but maybe I'll never have a license, to be honest, because my city, the city I live in, is notorious for being so difficult to drive in. because it's just, you know, there's no space. There's no space. Everyone's aggressive and stuff like that. There fucking construction sites everywhere. It's a nightmare. So usually most people say if you learn how to drive a car in that city, you can drive everywhere. You can drive everywhere. You've been molded in the fires of hell, basically. So yeah, that's one of the big reasons I'll probably not gonna waste my time trying to get a license. No, not worth it. I'm just gonna stick to my e-scooter and zoom around on that fucking thing. Yeah.
I was gonna scratch heaven and earth on the sides of the vehicle with how small the streets were. I managed to finesse the vehicle out there without damaging it. However,
good job.
It was difficult weaving through the city. And then of course too, you're driving in a place like Berlin, so you have to be very mindful of things like pedestrians running across the road randomly, and then cars doing whatever the heck they want. Fortunately, yeah. I learned how to drive in a crazy area in the United States, so I had experience with defensive driving. That wasn't too bad, but defensive driving in a big vehicle is a bit different because your reaction time can't be that quick, you know? So just because the vehicle and stuff like that, and the whole law of inertia stuff, whatever, right? So that was an issue, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, better luck next time, right? The Autobahn. Y'all, I drove on the Autobahn for the first time, and I wish I recorded a video for you guys. I was driving, so you can't have your phone and drive, obviously.
Yeah.
I was super locked in. First of all, I stayed in the right lane the entire time. I was too scared to pass.
Alright, let me quickly explain. The left lane is where all the fast cars drive, where you drive really fast, and the right side of the road is for the slower ones. So he was basically driving on the slow ones and not on the fast lane. Yeah, because you know, on the Autobahn, there at some points there isn't what's it called, a speed limit, so you can just zoom around like crazy, and that's what usually the left lane is for all the fast people. All the people in sports cars and for some reason smart, you know, those tiny cars, the smart vehicles they drive like 300 kilometers per second or something, like a fucking rocket engine or something. I don't know. Yeah, but I don't blame him, you know, unless you're driving a car that is meant to drive fast. I wouldn't. I'd stay away from that fucking lane. Like, unless I had to, you know, unless I had to go on that lane, but no. I've seen people driving at super high speeds on that lane, on those lanes. So yeah, no thanks. I'd stick to the pee pee poo poo caca, small baby, the small baby old people side of the Autobahn. Yeah, I'd say that too. So I don't blame him. The left lane is scary, man.
On the left lane, because when I tell y'all, if it said you can go 120 km/h and higher, I stayed at a little under 100 or at 100 km/h. I know you guys are like, yo, but that's dangerous too. I was in the right lane and there was nobody in the right lane with me besides other slow vehicles that were driving about my speed or a little bit faster, and they would just pass around me if I was driving too slow. But I also did not want to risk driving in the left lane at all, not even to pass, because people were going so crazy fast. They were easily going 180 km/h, 200, 500 km/h, you know, in the left lane.
It's insane.
Like, I remember at one point, I was following the flow of traffic, right, for a long stint, because I finally warmed up to being on the Autobahn, and I'm like, man, like, the car is a little, like, slightly wobbly, like it's losing some tread on the road. Let me just look at how fast I'm going. I look. Would you believe me if I told you the vehicle was going 170 km/h? I'm like, 170 km/h? Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, but you gotta try at some point, you know, driving over 200 km/h, kilometers per hour in a car or something, because it is an experience for sure. But I wouldn't drive it on the Autobahn or anywhere else except the very controlled environment. So yeah, but You gotta try it, man. You gotta try it. It's if you don't believe in God, that those speeds and everything above that are gonna put the fear of God into you, even if you're like me and don't believe in anything. Trust me. Those are some spooky speeds, man.
170 kilometers an hour in a big vehicle, okay? Scared.
Yeah.
Very scared. All the vehicles in my lane were going this fast too. I was the slowest vehicle in my lane. And what was more insane was the vehicle in front of me was pretty pretty slow. And the car behind me was on my butt, like just riding up on me. And then there were cars zooming past me in the left lane. So I couldn't pass the car that was in front of me because it was just trucking along going 170 km/h. So that's not really slow, but they were going like, whatever. And then a few paces behind that vehicle was my vehicle. And I'm like, okay, like I'm just trying to follow the flow of traffic. And then right behind me was this car that was on my bumper, bro. And I'm like, you could pass me. Eventually the vehicle did pass me. But I was too afraid to pass anybody on the Autobahn. I felt like I wouldn't slight move of me being in the left lane would have totaled the whole vehicle. I would have spun out of control. I wouldn't be here. You guys would be talking to a ghost. Matter of fact, all of you guys would be exorcists or some kind of medium because that's the only way you would get this video.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I get it. I get it.
I was, obviously terrified the whole time.
I can relate.
Shout out to Siri for guiding me. Okay. The update on Apple Maps is insane. I mean, they broke it down so somebody who could only read Braille would be able to read the roads viciously good,
Oh, that's cool.
It's insane. That's,
That's cool. I didn't know
where to go. That
that's
wasn't really
the thing.
issue. It was how to navigate through.
With does it also explain the what is it called, the signs, or am I completely brain dead right now? Let's ignore that and just move on, okay? I think yeah.
Traffic. But I will also say this, after all of that complaining, that was the most safe low-key that I've ever felt at the same time. Everybody drove like they had some sense. Let me elaborate.
Yeah, okay,
in Korea, that's not going to be a thing. Bus drivers drive like they're in mini coupes. They drive like they're in coupes.
Okay, that's
racing on a racetrack for bus drivers, right?
Okay, that sounds really
America,
crazy.
People just do whatever the heck they want, and if you mess with them a little bit, or you piss them off too much, they might put a few holes in your body.
Road rage.
Your car and in your body. If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it.
On the road in Germany, yes, there were people that were a little bit aggressive, and yes, there were people cutting people off, but it was it was the safest way I've ever seen it. It wasn't hectic. Even in the city, people quote unquote driving crazy per se. That was the most organized, structured driving I've ever seen in my life. Even when it looked like all chaos was breaking loose, everybody just knew what to do, where to go, and how to adapt to other drivers on the road. Insane. Not saying that car accidents don't happen, but I can also see that it might not be as common as it is in the United States.
Yeah, I mean, let me think about that. That's actually a good point, because I'm trying to think. I think I've only been in a car accident once, if I'm not mistaken. Once in my entire life, and I've been a passenger. The dude that sits on the empty seat and yells faster while someone else is driving. that was me, and it's still me. So yeah, but I've only been in one, and it wasn't even a major one. It was just one of those driving a bit too early or something like that, and someone was still crossing the road. I don't know, but stuff like where the crash happens at like 10 kilometers per hour. So really minor crashes. Minor crash I was in as a child, and I've only seen, let me think, I've only seen two major crashes, yeah, in my entire life, and I'm 28. I know, it's weird, a 28-year-old talking like a 15-year-old all day about dicks and vaginas and vtuber hot mommies and using a fish avatar, but that's me. Shut up, don't judge me. But yeah, in my 28 years, my old fucking life, you know, I'm an old man and I've only seen like 2 major crashes, or actually just, you know, the result, you know, a flipped car, for example. Yeah, I've never actually seen a crash as it happened. You know, I've been there, but I have been looking at something else while it happened, stuff like that, you know. But I've never actually seen it happen the moment I was looking. So yeah, make of that as you will. I don't know, but I understand what he's trying to say, you know. Now that I think about it, yeah, safety. We are safe. You are safe if you drive here in Germany. Yeah, but man, just, you know, I thought while he was talking about how people drive in Korea, I thought about the videos I saw of, you know, traffic in India, and that's like what the fuck, man? That's chaos. That's pure chaos. And somehow it still works. How's that work? I don't know. I don't get it. It's mind-boggling. Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Korea. Very shocking for me because I'm like, whoa, what is happening? So I definitely appreciated that because now it made me feel like even more of an amateur driver, which of course I basically am. And I was very terrified to even get slightly involved in the left lane of traffic. Of course, one of the first things that my German friends were telling me is like, remember when you're driving, it's not America, you can't turn right on red. And it took every muscle in my body to follow that rule, because every time I stopped at a red light and I was in the right lane, I was gonna peel off and turn to the right. And obviously that wouldn't have worked. So I had a good time. I learned a lot.
Yeah, isn't there a thing in America that you can... I only know about that because I saw someone in front of a judge in court, and that person was driving over a red light, and then they checked the footage and it was clear that she was turning right, and that's apparently possible when the light is red, which isn't a thing here. No, we have lights that different lights for stuff like turning, and and usually there are some traffic lights that, you know, have an arrow pointing to the right, and if that one is a red, then you don't get to fucking drive and turn right. No, you gotta wait like everyone else until it turns green. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, all right? I wanna know, is that actually a thing? Can you drive? Can you turn right in when the traffic light is still red in America or the US or whatever you call it? The US and they, the United States of America, the America, the freedom. Yeah.
A lot. Things were definitely very, very different to me, very shocking. And when I come back to Germany and stuff like that, if I ever do have the opportunity to drive around, it'll be pretty cool to see what happens next and see what other interactions I can, like, you know, encounter and stuff like that, as far as
that
like,
sounds
culture
great.
goes and whatnot, and go from there. It's also funny too because
it sounds really good.
The Tankstellen, right? That was the first time I've ever filled up a vehicle in Germany, and I remember asking, I'm like, oh, okay, like, can we pay with cash, or does it have to only be like, you know, can we pay with card, or does it only have to be cash? And they're like, dude, obviously you could pay with card, you could pay with Apple Pay. I'm like, you could pay with Apple Pay at gas stations in Germany? And everybody looked at me like I lost my rabid mind. And then I realized, y'all don't have card readers on your gas tank outside. You have to go inside to pay for your gas. Yeah. Unless maybe that's
talk
not
to
the
the
case.
cashier.
Have, like, a reader on the actual like gas pump that you can pay there, because you can either pay at the pump in the United States or in Korea.
Yeah, that's something I know is different in other countries, you know. For some reason, our what is it called? I can't. What is it called? The way the pumping station? What is it called? Shit, I fucking forgot the word. Either way, at those places, for some reason ours are kind of chill. You could you know, be an asshole and drive away without paying, but you know, there are cameras and stuff like that, so you'd be caught pretty quickly. But still, yeah, you could just drive off without paying, because you pay inside. You gotta go all the way inside and tell them which pump number you used, you know, like pump number 7, and then they check and tell you like, okay, that's like $30, please, and then you pay. You can also pay with your phone and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. We usually don't have like credit cards and stuff like that. Yeah, so yeah. But aside from that, you can basically use anything. Even PayPal at some things. Like, I mean, that's, yeah. I use Google Play, and I used my PayPal account for that. So yeah, it works. It's cool. But it's not always been like that. So yeah, we're slowly starting to catch up, and in some cases even catch up even more. Yeah.
Korea, or you can pay inside, but all of the gas stations we went to, you could only pay inside. So let me know in the comments down below if there's gas stations that you could like pay at the pump, and
not that I know any.
Like, oh, blah 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 on, you know, tank this, you know.
Yeah.
Because that was interesting for me too. Anyways, that's enough rambling for me. I need to pack and get out of here. It was awesome sharing my experiences with you guys. Let me know if you agree with any of these points.
It was interesting.
And yeah, ciao.
Yeah, ciao. Chowie. Yeah, that was interesting. I really like watching his videos, and also videos of other people that are usually from a different country, and they come here and check out Germany and stuff like that. And it's interesting hearing, you know, what people pick up on, and you know, have the what their thoughts are on stuff, how stuff works here. And because, you know, I was born here, so everything that happens here is kind of normal to me. So I don't know what's you know, different, what people pick up on. Like, for example, I didn't know that Americans don't have windows that you can open, like halfway, you know, by what was it called, not opening it, like, fuck, man. By putting it, I don't know, they try to open our windows, and then they're just scared like the window is gonna fall in or something, because we can open them entirely, and we can just, you know. I don't know how to explain it. My brain is fucking dumb right now, so yeah, dumb and empty. So, but yeah, that's why I like those kinds of videos. It's interesting for me as a German to see what others find peculiar, weird, good and bad, funny and stupid. You know, I like that. It gives me a more I don't know, outside type view from Germany, because, you know, I've like I said, I only have the inside view, the being born here and raised here and still living here and probably always going to live here type of view, and seeing, you know, people from other countries coming here and checking out that stuff and finding some stuff peculiar is interesting and informative, and I like it. So keep doing that. Not just him, everyone. Everyone come to Germany. It's so much nicer than all the other countries. So just come here. Give us all your money, please. No, but jokes aside, yeah, I really like content like that. So if you know of any other creators that made videos about Germany, about living in Germany and the differences between other countries and stuff like that, in that regard, or if you wanna see me react to other videos of him, just, you know, tell me in the comment section. I'll be happy to oblige, cause I like these types of videos. It's interesting. Yeah. So check out his channel, James Bray. You can find the link to the original video, this video right here, in the video description, like always. And, you know, leave him a like, comment, subscribe. Be good, be a good person. And maybe leave a comment like, I know I said like, penis gang is, no, what was it, penis army? Shit, I don't know my own organization. Penis army supports you, has your back, something like that. Add to it like, Germany loves you. So yeah. Anyway, I'm still in the middle of moving, so yeah, still janky, still disorganized, still off the top of my head, practicing talking in English and stuff like that, and fucking hyper as fuck for some reason. Yeah, this was Aceox, the penis man, the small penis man. I'm out. Dude, I wanna fuck some VTubers, man. You gotta help me, man. It's a problem. It's a fucking problem, man. Penis man out.